for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Amigos Local Cafe in the Plaza de Colores in Taos, New Mexico. Over 100 people are here waiting to see Deb Haaland, candidate for New Mexico governor for election 2026. We've been told Deb Haaland's on her way, so we're just waiting. One microphone on my person and another microphone at the podium. Here on behalf of the Cuesta del Rio News. now 12:40 in the afternoon. Just waiting on Deb Haaland, candidate for governor for next year's election.
that got your attention and it got my attention. Sorry about that loud mic there. Welcome, I'm Marietta Fambro Santisteban. I'm currently Town Taos Councilor and Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you all for coming to this very important event and supporting Deb Haaland for governor. Go Taos County, go Town of Taos, go everybody in the Taos community. Just thank you for being here, and we want her to come out soon, so we're just going to have a few words. I'm going to turn it over to my councilwoman Cordelia Ortega to say a few words about our community.
Buenos, oh, you're right, it is so loud. Oh, I didn't know I was going to drop the beat. Buenos dias, mi gente. Hi, vecinos, vecinas of Taos County. Who's here from Hondo? Oh, okay. All right, there you are. I see you, Mrs. Mildos. Who's here from Talpa? Cuesta. We got an early, yes, Cuesta. That's right. What about Desmontes? Seco? All right. Cerro? I'm just seeing what about all our relatives from Taos Pueblo? That's what's up. And Picuris? Yeah, all right. Hi, my neighbors from Taos County. I'm Cordelia Ortega. I'm your Town of Taos Council member. This is my last year serving you, and so I'm excited to be on the energy of supporting and encouraging not just women in leadership, but community supporting women in leadership, right? It's one thing to get us elected. The next thing is to keep supporting us. Yeah? And yeah, because getting out the vote is one thing, but hearing from you daily, hearing about the issues that you're facing in our respective areas throughout Taos County, because we're a very big county. I was raised in Hondo, I'm living in Taos, but my chickens, sheep are in ranchos. So that's what they call the Taos Tango. I have 2 other jobs too. That's just what it is, to be a community. But I'm so glad so many faces and neighbors that I've seen for such a long time are here to welcome and encourage Deb Haaland. As many of us call her Auntie Deb. That's the sisterhood of looking up to our matriarchs, the ones who have come before us, the ones who have paved the way before us, so that someone young like me, and I'm 38, so I don't feel that young, so that the generations and legacy of the women who have instructed me, have taught me, have kept me to the compass of a truth that our community will always be better and brighter together. That's just what it is. And so in these times where we feel most divided is the time when we, the ones who say that inclusion matters, that diversity matters, that representation matters, that we don't get caught up on the distractions, because it's the policy. It's the policy that transforms our everyday lives. And I'm seeing all my EDs in the nonprofit sector, and I'm seeing some of our teachers, and I'm seeing the people who every day knows what bad policy does, right? We're seeing that. So our job as neighbors is to keep our table open. Because do I have family whose ideals and opinions differ than mine? Yes, I do. And do I alienate them? No. We're not going to do that this round. New Mexico as a whole has too much to lose to keep being polarized. And so my challenge to each of you today, as we think about what Deb Haaland has worked for and what has achieved, that we keep that at the dinner table with all of our relatives, with our nieces and nephews. I'm responsible for a bunch of 20, 21-year-olds down to 10 and 8-year-olds. And they see me lead, and they also hear me know that the challenges I face might be theirs. Because my niece says, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do what you're doing? It seems kind of rough. And I'm like, that's why you cut your hair off every few months. You get a fresh start. The guys in the room have no idea, but it's a power play. If you're chopping off your hair, you mean business. And we mean business this time around. Because we're not going back to anything mediocre. We're not. And so, I think we've got to start hyping up for Miss Deb Haaland. I think she's here. Can we start getting rowdy?
I don't see her. Did you see Deb Haaland come up the line?
It's an extended sense of time.
She'll be there. That's the point. She'll be here eventually. Yeah. It's alright. Yeah. She's probably a busy woman. She's probably a busy woman. Oh, sorry. Where do you see Deb Haaland on the right? Not yet. Oh, really?
I don't know where they usually come from.
Maybe she doesn't have a big entourage.
Good afternoon, Taos!
Oh, looks like she's here.
Oh, come on, we're Taos. We can do better than that. Let's try it again. One more time! All right, that's the spirit of El Norte.
There she is, right here.
There ain't no party like a Democratic Party, and there sure as hell ain't no party like a Taos County Democratic Party. It's not just me, it's not just Antoinette, it's all of us.
She's here.
It's all of our friends and neighbors who aren't here today. It's every single person who cares about our land and water, our history, our families, our future. Thank you for being here, and thank you for helping to rally, as this is going to be a fun time. If you don't know me, I'm Darian Fernandez. I've been the county party chair here for 8 years. And I've got with me Antoinette Brush. She's our vice chair. Also a city council member, and I want to... We'll get her up in a minute, don't worry. I think they want to hear you. All right, I'll be quick. I know you're not here to see me.
We love you, though.
So I do want to acknowledge some of our elected officials in the room. Of course, Anjanette is also one of our county commissioners. We've got County Commissioner Bob Romero from District 1. County Commissioner Darlene V. Hill. You already heard from Mayor Pro Tem Marietta Santisteban and Councilmember Cornelia Ortega. Thank you for being here. We have some former electeds and party leaders. Thank you, Larry Sanchez, for your time on the County Commission. So the party's got some events coming up that we hope you will be involved in. We start off with our ward meetings this week. We have ward meetings first to elect county central members who will then choose the next leadership team for the county party over the next 2 years. All right. So if you live in County Commission District 1, raise your hand. All right. You are Ward 1. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Oh, no, we'll see you Thursday, 6 p.m. at the Taos County Party Office. Ward 2, which is District 2.
Let me know if the audio is good.
County Commission District 2, it's like Arroyo Seco, Taos Pueblo.
Is the audio good, everyone?
Cuesta, Taos Pueblo, Taos Ski Valley, north to Colorado.
All right, so we'll see you Wednesday at 6 p.m. almost. All right. Ward 3, District 3. So if you get represented by Darlene, we will see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Ward 4, we will see you Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the party office. And then Ward 5, so Penasco area, Pilar, part of Taos. We'll see you 6 p.m. at the Talpa Community Center on Friday. And then the big party happens Saturday, March 22nd at the Taos Community Auditorium. 10 a.m., registration starts at 9:30. We will see you all there. It's going to be a good one. If you are running for office, we encourage you to come and have a few minutes. Thank you. So, our guest doesn't need a whole lot of introduction, but she's going to get a little anyway. She's a former chair of the state Democratic Party. She represented the state and Congressional District 1 in Washington. But we probably know her best right now as Secretary of the Interior for 4 years. Deb Haaland.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be back in Taos. Honestly, I love Taos. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. I want to say something very quickly. Those ward meetings are important. So if you don't know which ward you're in, find out so that you can go to the right meeting. And I mean, you're welcome to all of them, I'm sure, but make sure that you are, this is an important election coming up, right? And so let's make sure that we're all participating. That's democracy in action, and that's why I love Taos so much. So thank you all so much. As I said, I am so pleased to be back here again. I see so many friends out there, and I thank you for coming, spending your afternoon here with us. We're strong, we're resilient, we're fierce. Yes? Except our state right now is facing serious challenges. The cost of living is really high. The people are worried about their safety. We have climate change that's making wildfires and drought worse than ever. And we've seen that consistently. And I think you probably notice it more up here than in some other places. But I feel very confident that we can overcome these challenges if we work together. So some of you know me very well, more than others. I spent a lot of time up here and spent a lot of time with some of you for various elections. I'm a military kid. My dad was in the Marines. He was a career Marine. My mom was in the Navy. We moved around a lot when I was a child. And so that meant that we were away from New Mexico a lot, but that was because of my dad's career. When we finally settled down in Albuquerque, at around close to 15 years old, I got a job at the local bakery, and I walked there every day after school. When I graduated from high school, I went from part-time at the bakery to full-time. I worked as a cake decorator. And so some of my staff, I'll just say, have benefited from my skills as a cake decorator with the birthday cakes and whatnot. As I got older, I became a single mom. I sold my home recipe salsa. I canned it and sold it. With my daughter and I would travel around New Mexico delivering salsa. That was a way that I could make a little bit of extra money. But quite frankly, through those years, paying rent and buying groceries in the same month was very challenging. And I'm saying that if you're not experiencing that, you know someone who is, right? Yeah. We all know someone who is. It is hard to make ends meet. And one of the reasons that I would volunteer at my child's preschool was so that I could lower the bill, because preschool is important in New Mexico. It's important for our children. Early childhood education is the best thing we can do for our kids. And back then, you had to pay if you wanted to have your kid in school, and they didn't qualify for whatever program. So I'd go in, I'd sweep, I'd mop, I'd wash the dishes, I would take in lunches so that I could lower the bill for my child. And so that's what I did, and that was all while maintaining my sobriety, which I'm very proud to have. And all the while during those times, one thing I think about consistently is it's so expensive to be poor. If I had all the money that the banks charged me for when my account had $1 in it, and I was praying that my paycheck would come in so it could cover some of these things, it's astounding to think about how expensive it is. When you don't have money, it costs you a lot more to live. And that's what I am hoping, first of all, that's what I understand because I've lived it. And that's what I think we can fix together. So the system isn't working for us. It hasn't been working. So many people they're worried about their safety. We need to lower costs. We need kids to be able to enjoy learning. We need strong public education so our children can have opportunities. So they can get a stellar education and have opportunities right here in New Mexico. We don't want our kids moving to another state. We want them to stay here, right? Because we have values and we need them around so they can continue the work, stand on all of our shoulders and keep moving New Mexico forward. We want them to have the opportunities when they're grown right here. I also feel very strongly about protecting our landscapes and our sacred places because all those future generations also are relying on us to do that. All in all, the thing that I keep thinking about is we can't keep doing the same things and expect different results, right? So I want you to know that I challenge the system in every position I've had. When I was secretary, I was happy that we were able to create good paying jobs with clean energy, with wind and solar and geothermal, right? I started a task force to improve safety and increase trust in law enforcement. New jobs cleaning up orphaned oil and gas wells so our children could have clean air to breathe. Support for small businesses and when I was in Congress, eviction protections during COVID-19, because the last thing we need to do is kick people out of their houses when they're sick. So when I was in Congress, many people don't know this, but I had a number of pieces of legislation passed the House, passed the Senate, signed by President Trump. Whoa. You believe that? Yeah. hard to believe, especially now when you pick up the paper every day and see what crazy and chaotic thing he's doing next. But I want you to know that I'm not going to focus necessarily on that, because we need to make ourselves stronger. We need to make New Mexico stronger, and I feel very confident that my journey has given me a unique view of how we need to fix the problems that we face. So I'm ready to roll up my sleeves right alongside you and get to work. And so I believe very strongly that together we can stand up for elders, veterans, children, marginalized communities, our LGBTQ plus community, and so many more people in our state. The other day I had a woman come up to me and say, "What about single people?" I said, "Absolutely. I'm standing up for you too. Not everyone's a single mom or a single dad, right? There's just single people. And yes, they're on my list of folks that I want to stand up for." We want to make sure that everyone can see a doctor when they're sick. We want to protect access to reproductive health care. We want to lower costs and expand affordable housing, because every single person should have a roof over their head. We want to invest in treatment facilities so that our family members and the people we love struggling with addiction have access to the treatment that they need that will help them to change their lives. That is important. We need to make our schools better, as I mentioned, supporting teachers, supporting students, making sure that rural communities have a say in how their children are educated too. We also need to ensure law enforcement has what they need, keeping criminals off our streets, and also addressing the root causes of crime. Because I think that so many things are entwined together, and you can't solve one problem without solving the other, or you can make one problem worse if you don't solve others. So we need to solve them all together. As New Mexicans, we care about each other, and we need our government to care about us also. So I'm proud to have the endorsements from our amazing leaders in this state who also believe government should care. Senator Ben Ray Lujan, Congresswoman Teresa Ledger Fernandez also endorsed my campaign. Congressman Gabe Vasquez, and Congresswoman Melanie Stansberry all endorsed my campaign. I'm so honored to have their support. I'm honored to have the support of thousands of New Mexicans across the state, and I'm asking you today to please join my campaign. You can go to debhaaland.com. You can sign up. They'll send you notices. You'll get to stay on top of things that we're doing. And I also want you to know that this is my first trip to Taos as candidate for governor of New Mexico. It's definitely not going to be my last. So I will see many of you in the months to come, and I want all of you to be a part of my campaign. Thank you so much for such a long time. Taos has shown me an incredible amount of love, and I'm so honored and proud to be here with you. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for caring about our democracy. Let's win! I want to be your next governor!
Folks, Deb would love to say hello to as many of you as possible. We're going to queue up here on this side of the room. If you'd like your photo taken, just have your camera app up on your phone, and we'll just do it. Yep, when you come up to say hello to her, yep.
I think she'll be doing interviews later? Like after the...
I don't know how much more time she has in town to
day.
So it's just like just a meet and greet, no like.
Yeah.
Oh no, the line is. Sorry, step back where you were on this side.
The line is this way, and then you'll exit out this way.
Okay, let's go this right here.
Josh, we put it right there in the front? Yes. Right behind this lady in the green. Right behind the lady in the green. Oh! Oh, whoa! All right. All right.
Let's get some more napkins.
Josh, here, follow me. Right over here.
Oh, right there.
Hey, thank you. Oh, that's it.
Anybody else have anything they want to get rid of? Okay.
Oh, here. Oh, no, just leave it here. Just leave it right there.
Oh, here. First camera I've seen with balls.
Right now, people are lining up to get their photo with Deb Haaland. I'm gonna see if I can't get at least a short interview after this.
I'm not paying I'm just a helper. Absolutely. Well, get in line and come talk to Well, get in line and say hello.
want to say something? You guys want to say something? Like why you supporting Deb Haaland? You want to say why you supporting Deb Haaland?
I'm sorry?
You want to say why you supporting Deb Haaland?
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. We need a leader like her. We need more women in leadership. She'll be a great governor. She was a great interior secretary. I'm all about her. Thank you.
You want to say something? Why are you supporting Deb Haaland? You want to say something? You want to say something? No? All right. That's all right. You want to say why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
Yes. Oh, okay. What did you ask?
Why are you supporting Deb Haaland?
Why are we supporting her?
Yeah.
Well,
believe in her.
Yeah, we
believe
want
in
someone
her.
to make some movement in New Mexico.
And it always takes a woman.
Yep.
Want to say why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
What?
Would you like to say why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
I think that she'd make the fantastic governor. She's for equal rights for everyone, and she's brilliant, and she's a very hard worker.
All right. Thank you. You want to say why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
What was that?
Would you like to say why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
No, that's okay. Just for a lot of different reasons. No.
All right, that's all right. Go ahead, say.
When I first met Deb, I mean, she is a person who gets things done. She follows through with what she says she's going to do, even the little things. You know, those are the kind of things that I really appreciate about her.
All right.
Just off the record, I just always and I just try to come support our local people.
That's good.
And have a Native American.
So important.
Oh, you are? That's all.
Sorry?
I wanted to chat with you. I'm Felicia. I work on the campaign with Deb Haaland.
Yeah. I'm doing crap.
I don't want to be on camera, but,
Oh, you want to be on
but I just want to make sure you have my card so we can chat at any point. I do communications for the board secretary.
I think we spoke on the phone before.
Yeah, we did. So I just want to make sure you have my information, and I appreciate you coming to cover the event. We'll keep an eye out. I noticed you all are mostly on Facebook.
Mostly, yeah. Mostly online.
So we'll just keep an eye out for an article, and appreciate you being here to cover on a Sunday.
The print edition is monthly.
Monthly. Okay, that's
So
great.
the next edition will be out in March. Like
Okay.
around
And this will
March
be
1st.
included in the print edition? That's awesome. Okay, great. Well, it was nice to meet you in person. I wanted to just touch base and make sure we had a chance to
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Thanks for the
Thank you
invite.
for taking the book.
Rhonda, right? Nice. Good to see you. Why are you supporting Deb Haaland?
What's that?
Why are you supporting Deb Haaland? Why are you supporting Deb Haaland? If you would care to say.
Sure, yeah. Because I believe in what she's doing. Oh, you're recording me.
Oh, yeah. Is that okay?
Sorry, I just got a little nervous.
I'm just asking casually, like all the voters, everyone here.
Because I believe in what she stands for.
Yeah, of course. Looks like we have a nice turnout, over 100 people. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of afraid to jump the line. I don't want to be unfair to everyone here. Waiting to meet her. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're just getting photos with her. They're not talking to her for too long. Would you like to talk? Would you like to talk? Would you like to talk on camera? No? How about you? Would you like to talk on camera?
About what?
Just why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
I'm just really, really excited that Deb's running. I was at the Roundhouse the day she formally announced her candidacy, and the buzz was, everyone was so excited. Like, people are getting texts, they were like, did you hear? Deb's running. So I think it's exciting.
All right.
Yeah.
Who do you think, you have any theories about who's going to run against her?
I think anyone running against her would just be a really bad move politically.
Okay.
Primary. As for Republican, couldn't tell you, but they don't have a chance.
All right. Would you like to say something on camera? Would you like to say something on camera? No? All right. I'm just wondering why you're supporting Deb Haaland.
Think about it.
All right. You want to say something on camera? Would you like to say something?
Huh?
Would you like to say something on camera?
No, thank you.
All right, that's all right. It's a nice hat. Would you all like to say something? Would you all like to say something? I'm just asking why you're supporting Deb Haaland. What's your reasoning?
Well, I think she has done really great throughout her political career and has really represented New Mexicans very well. So I'm excited that she wants to be the governor and come together to solve some of our pressing issues.
What do you think is the most important issue facing New Mexicans?
That's a good question. The most important issue. I think diversifying our economy is a really important step, so we're not so reliant on oil and gas. Yeah.
Do you think there will be anyone primary against her, or do you think she's going to be the nominee?
That I don't know. I think we'll just have to wait and see.
Any ideas of which Republicans are going to run against her?
That I have no idea either.
How about you? No? All right. How about you? Nope. Sorry, I didn't recognize you. How about you? You want to say something?
Sorry, what?
You want to say something?
No.
No? All right.
Who's this for?
Questa News.
Which news?
The Questa News.
Oh, nice.
You look familiar. Did you used to teach at Taos High?
Pardon?
Did you used to teach at Taos High?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I recognize you.
What's your name?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan, how are you?
I'm good.
Dylan,
Questa News.
yeah. No, I remember you now.
What'd you teach?
Pardon?
What'd you teach?
I was doing health, PE, New Mexican history, native studies.
All right. Yeah, I think I had you for health. Health class.
Yeah, I had you for that.
You want to say? You want to tell us why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
Pardon?
You want to tell us why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
A lot of people I've never met before.
You don't have to.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I'm just asking people why they're supporting Deb Haaland.
Yeah, it is.
I'm asking why they're supporting Deb Haaland.
Oh yeah, why? Yeah. You know what? I can't hear you because my hearing is bad.
Well, it's all right. It's all right.
But I definitely.
Well, why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yeah. You like her?
I'm here to support Deb Haaland.
Are you a lifelong Democrat? You a lifelong Democrat?
I am registered Democrat. Yeah.
Always been? Always been?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Why?
I'm sorry that I can't hear you.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
So if you want to interview, probably do it outside. You know.
Yeah. You want to go outside?
I want to meet her real quick.
All right. It's all right.
Thank you, Dylan.
Hey, come on. Don't make fun of the guy. He's my old teacher. You want to say something? You want to say something on camera, sir? Do you want to say something on camera?
Hey.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have to script yet.
All right, all right. like to say something on camera? All right.
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no
I remember
see.
you from Highlands. I don't know. Like,
Really? You went to Highlands? I don't remember you.
We were both in the. I remember you in Douglasville for English.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So when I saw you like a few years ago, your name came up. I'm like, oh, I know Dylan.
Yeah?
And I was like, he's from Vegas. I don't know if you're from
We work together a lot.
What was that?
Did we work together a lot?
Not
I'm sorry, I
too
don't
much,
remember you.
but no, that's okay. Because you used to write.
Yeah?
That sounds ago, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to start a newspaper at Highlands.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I don't think there are anybody's. Go get it.
Didn't get a lot of steam though.
Yeah.
You want to say why you're supporting Deb? I mean, you kind of said it already.
Yeah, I guess I haven't had. What's the year? What's your name? It's easy. I'm supporting Deb because when you're in community and you see the work that it takes to contribute and be part of community, you can see who's about community and who's not. And I know she is. Like, you don't do this type of work for the credit or for the money. It's for sure the stress load is not a trade-off. You do it because you love where you call home.
Well, there's probably some people who do it for just the money.
But I haven't met those ones yet. I'm unsure where the money comes from, but
What do you think is the most important issue facing New Mexicans, and what should Deb Haaland focus on? Like if you had to pick one issue.
well, I guess the most important issue depends on who you are. Like, if you're a farmer in New Mexico, it's going to be water. If you're a young person in New Mexico, it's going to be about your healthcare, future access to healthcare. All the issues are important, Dylan. There isn't just one, you know.
Well, yeah.
So I guess if it's for me, it's ensuring we're moving forward, that we're not taking steps back, and protecting workers, protecting our watersheds.
So say like civil rights, water, labor rights.
It's all together. They're all connected. Yeah, but it really depends who you are in New Mexico, and there's a lot of us. There's a lot of things that are important.
Very diverse state.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that big like
Doesn't.
on a map, but it's very diverse geographically.
Absolutely, and when people think we're like a homogenous group of community, we're not. We all bring something very unique and specific to the table, as we say. So,
What do you think is the best way to grow industry? Like grow us economically?
Well, that's great, because I think that question goes in circles because of our dependency on oil and gas, that it often undercuts our ability to be creative and to be visionaries about what's possible as it relates to our energy resources. I think we have a lot of wind, sun. We know that renewables work. That industry is, Texas is taking full advantage of their wind turbines. But also, I'd like to see our medical sector for behavioral health, medical needs.
Well, oil and gas can give us a lot of money too.
Absolutely, and we should use every penny for uplifting our communities, for reinvesting in the spaces. But knowing that a transition has to come at some point when there's not enough water. There's not enough water to drink, much less drill. So that's when I look at it like a bit differently, because I grow food and I see any impact to our watershed, it's immediate. And the last few years, farming has been extremely difficult, inconsistent. The knowledge that's been shared with me of how to be an agriculturist in our county is so different than what I was taught. So I think, in terms of economy, there's a lot of creative opportunity, and whether that's in medical, we can be the best in a lot of things if we invest people for those skill sets, where they have somewhere where they can live, they have access to the care they need. It's all circular, it's all connected. Get a little optimistic,
All my years of doing this, one consistent issue I've run into is housing, or lack of housing, for especially small communities like Cuesta and Taos. What's the best idea to build more houses for workers? So, because I think that's like a baseline for growing our economy, right? Getting more jobs.
Absolutely. And ultimately, it's about the policy we have in place. So our planning and use zoning needs updating, town and county. You can't have density if your policy doesn't allow for that. We have an outdated planning and zoning, and we're targeting that next. Because it does depend on water, it does depend on space, it depends if we're going to be building on ag lands. Like we have to have a smart strategy with climate change in mind so that we can develop areas that can be resilient to a changing climate. And so it's not just about building more houses, that is it, but not the mixed use designs, the types of housing, the market points for all of those. It takes a lot of will to ensure that the access points to housing are not taken advantage of.
A common argument I see against like housing regulations is there's too many, and like we should. And there's a lot of argument for just letting companies build with less regulations, just letting companies build more houses, and that might bring down the price of housing.
True. And I think there's several things to that. If we're having corporations who aren't tied to community doing that, inevitably we see further gentrification and the pushing out, because ultimately it's a price point. It's not a family point. When we have local contractors and developers who are part of our community and want to see their neighbors live here, it changes the operations of development. So there are issues with policy development of homes, but we can't forego safety. When structures are not safe, when they're not insulated well, when they're not built to a code that protects the inhabitant, like sometimes that's something that can get traded off, right? Like we don't want to see that happen. What we want to see is easy access to a policy that says, hey, you want to build 50 units? These are the things you have to follow. Right now it's very variable between the town and county, and so folks get frustrated because they think they're operating off the town code when they're county or vice versa.
That does get confusing.
It gets very frustrating for people who are, I think, genuinely trying to build capacity for housing, but they're getting caught up in red tape that is the wrong red tape. Like, that's not a town issue, that's a county issue. So I think sensible policy updates, like, that goes for a lot of our policies.
Would you say a key question would be how to build housing less expensively, but then how to get people who move here, how to convince them to get jobs in the community and not commute out? Like how do you get more people here, but then also tie them to the community? That's like the key issue, right?
I mean, we do have a huge commuter population, but I wouldn't say they're the default norm.
Because I mean, like, what I mean is,
but I mean, it's different if you're in Cuesta commuting to Taos or Penasco coming to town to Taos. So, like, those are all commuters, but they live in their respective communities in the county. And then we do have commuters that are going to, like, Los Alamos or Santa Fe, but this is still their home. So I think it's not just about building below market value homes, it's making sure that we're not cost savings like important infrastructure. Because you can do things cheaply and then that costs families more in the long run.
Well, that's always the balance, right?
Absolutely.
Finding that balance between quality and...
Absolutely, because some of the houses that we've seen that have been developed, they're poorly insulated. Dylan, people's electric bills are through the roof, and that's unacceptable. Like that, we have to have practices that ensure when you're buying a home, you can afford to live in it through summer, winter, and that's just not the case all the time. So, yeah.
You want to say why you're done with town council?
Well, I'm just moving on to new phase. I don't believe I never thought I'd be a politician, and I don't want to be a lifetime politician. I think the rotation of different community people, the rotation of different community members in different positions of power allows us to move forward because we all bring our personal perspective, our experiences, and our professional capacities. I wouldn't want to do this for the next decade of my life. I focused on the things I said I would, and I think it's important for anyone else in our community who knows they have solutions or ideas to to commit to them and get elected and help be part of that change. Because when you're elected, there's so many daily issues that come up, and you still need to have someone focused on big picture issues. Those things have to coincide, and so I want to see more of my neighbors be in office because I've heard really good ideas, and if those are the ideas I can't spearhead, but I know if they were to run, they would have support to see those issues come into fruition. So that's why.
Well, it's good to have people rotating in positions, but arguably the best people to become a politician is someone who doesn't want to be a politician.
I know, yeah. And it's still hard. I never thought I'd be an elected official, and there's just so much to learn within government that we are not taught in school. You learn while you're on the job, and that's a good thing, but it also means that the learning curve is quite hard. Yeah. So when are you running?
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't even know whether I want to. I don't know. Maybe I'll run. It'd have to be for the county because technically live in Taos or Cuesta.
Oh, you don't live in Cuesta?
No, I live outside of village limits.
But you're still county resident.
Yeah.
Taos County Commissioner. Yeah. But it was so good to see you again.
Yeah.
Have you chatted with Madam Mayor Pro Tem?
I don't think so.
It's Dylan Crabb. He's from the Costa del Rio News. Oh, okay.
Hi.
But we went to Highlands together. So you did? Yeah. You want to take a picture with her? Oh, two of us together? Yes. Yeah, for sure. What's your name?
Dylan Crabb.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Would you want to say why you're supporting Deb Haaland?
Well, just looking at the initial program today and her support for the community, for water, for the environment, for low income, medium income, housing, everything that she stands for, I think we as a town and a community are dealing with the same thing. We have bigger stuff to fry though too, infrastructure, maintenance of that, employees, living wage, so just a lot of stuff. So, and she's a strong woman of great success that she's done. So,
Do you have any idea? Do you know if there's anyone thinking about primarying against her, or is she going to be the nominee?
I don't know who the Democratic Party would put against her. I think it'd be a waste of time to put anybody else up against her. That's how I feel.
Have you heard any rumors about who the Republicans might put up?
Nothing. So I guess we'll wait and see.
Oh, yeah? We'll see. Looks like she might be free. I'm going to try and go up there. Hey, Miss Haaland. Oh, you. Julio, is there a question you want me to ask? I hope my audio is all right. Am I too loud or? Events winding down. Everyone's filing out.
This is for he runs for when
Miss Haaland! Miss Haaland? You have time for one more? No? Oh, okay. Hopefully she comes back from the restroom. ambush her as she comes out of the restroom, but. I don't want to leave without asking her at least one question. I guess she has to move on. She has to move on. Maybe I should have pushed my way forward at the front of the line. If I miss my chance, hopefully she'll be in Taos again. If I don't get a chance to talk with Deb Haaland, maybe I'll talk with Fernandez, the county chair. One thing I learned from being a reporter, yeah, sometimes you have to be pushy. But you don't want to be rude either. And I don't want to leave to talk to someone else in case she slips out. I at least want to ask her what she thinks the most important issue in New Mexico is. This is where we are. It's in the Plaza de Colores on Paseo del Pueblo. It's where the old Shadows Lounge used to be.
So I'm not running for party chair again. We'll have a different party chair in March. So it's going to be their call about maybe engaging in a social media contract. So it's not that I'm ignoring you. I mean to
no, that's fine.
Let
Yeah,
you know like where we are on that.
the Republicans got a new chair too. And it's hard. It's kind of hard to get a hold of her too. But I'm sure you both are real busy.
Yeah,
but I still want. Yeah, eventually I want to get an interview with you and the Republicans. Like whenever, or if it's not you, then you chair, whichever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to see why you're supporting Deb?
Well, I'm still the party chair, so I've got to remain neutral through the primaries.
Okay, of course. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Is there any rumors about who might primary against her? Or is she going to be the nominee?
Names have been floated. The former mayor of Las Cruces has reportedly expressed an interest in running. And then the current DA in Albuquerque, Sam Bregman's expressed an interest. And then I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Apodaca, who ran 8 years ago, is trying to get involved somehow. It's just like reading the tea leaves of the political players in the state. So that's the Democrat side, and then Republican side, who knows? Names have been floated. Maybe Nala Domenici or Rebecca Dow, one of the state senators from southern New Mexico. So we'll see. I mean, it's primary season is a year and a half or a year and a couple months off. There's plenty of time for other folks to come out and express an interest and try to gather some support. And then no one really knows until filing day.
You think Ron Kenny will win again?
I don't know.
Just a random question. Yeah.
Losing two
Maybe.
statewide campaigns, I think he's probably looking at something else right now.
He's doing his own podcast on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's trying to get a short interview with Deb. She's in the restroom right now. But if she can't, I guess wait till next time.
Yeah, she'll be here quite a bit.
She may have already slipped out on me, but it's all right. Do you guys have to take off real fast, or? Yeah, I was hoping to ask her at least one question.
I won't be able to today, but do you have any of our team's information?
Yeah, I just got your card.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, Felicia, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And she's gonna be in Taos again?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, right, of course.
This is just the first tour.
Right, of course. All right. Yeah, that's my feeling, Julio. But that's all right. I'll catch you next time. Did you slip out the back door or something? Yeah, you too, Julio. Be safe out there. Well, I guess I'll catch her next time. I had a list of questions, but it's all right. She's a busy woman. I didn't see her leave, though. Don't want to. Kind of feel like a creep, just waiting for the woman to get out of the bathroom. What is the balance between being assertive and being polite? At the very least, I can send those questions to campaign manager and get an email response. Oh well. Hi. Well, until next time. Next time I'll try and go to the front of the line. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.